Cafe Networking podcast promotes successful business experts. I'm Tom Rioch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people throughout the world from my podcast studio in Brazil. And today we talk with Sebastian Schieke. He's joining us from Frankfurt, Germany. Sebastian Schieke is an entrepreneur, CEO, mentor and coach, business angel and investor. Founded, ran, and grew multiple seven-figure companies. Invested in startups and helped them move their teams forward. So Sebastian, what's the primary skill an interpreter needs?
Hi, Tom. First of all, thank you for having me on your show. Really appreciate this. Never talked to someone on a show in Brazil, so it's quite interesting. What is the primary skill of an entrepreneur? Well, I mean, when I look back at my career, what brought me forward? What created value for me and my client? And I would say it was the ability to spot opportunities and to act on them. You know, I mean, the world is full of opportunities, and especially in challenging times like this, where change is everywhere, and
right.
and new markets are created, and a lot of new things is happening. There are so many opportunities for entrepreneurs, but it's not only seeing the opportunity; it's also acting on the opportunity. And basically, all my businesses which I founded, they've been a small opportunity in the beginning, and I actually took action and turned it into something big.
Well, we say all large companies started small. Nothing starts big.
Exactly, but everything starts with an opportunity, and the second thing is not only seeing the opportunity and turning it into something valuable for customers. It's also that never really stick with the status quo. Always ask yourself, what can you do next? Because, I mean, I made a mistake in the beginning that I had a successful business and took things for granted, you know, and then boom, if something happens and you're not ready to shift your focus. You're not ready to adapt to the new situation because you're so complacent with your success. Yeah. So success is actually something which is, in my opinion, can be very difficult for entrepreneurs, because it makes them slow down, it makes them lame, it makes them not being open anymore.
Well, I agree with you, and I've seen that, and we see that many startups actually fail, and many for the same reasons. They're not ready for success, because when success happens, and then everything else happens when that comes. Competitors see you. Once you're successful, then somebody sees that you are and wants to try to replicate that.
Exactly. They see the market and they go after you. And when you're not ready, when you're not sharp, and when you're not really always looking out for the change, which is everywhere, then you can get into trouble.
Very quickly. And in today's world where everything is 24/7.
Boom.
Boom. and with the technology, so you have the communication. Good news travels, but also bad news travels.
Exactly.
And what we see, and actually we're learning from, as you become a leader, you become a benchmark, and then everybody's learning from you. So if we don't step forward, so what you help people, you help persons, you help companies. What's your focus?
We focus on fast-growing tech companies, because I have a tech background and I can relate to the business. So we help the CEOs of fast-growing tech companies to basically develop the skills they need to stay focused and to stay alert in an ever-changing world. We help them to develop high-performance teams, because I mean, high performance not only means that they produce a lot of output. High performance team is a team which is empowered, a team which is able to work without the constant supervision of leadership. A team which creates a working environment where people really thrive and love working. And this is what we do. And the issue is with fast growing companies. I mean, as I said, they grow, they suddenly have a lot of success, but they don't have the structure in place to make it sustainable. They don't have the systems and the right mindset. Many of the founders, they really work in the company and not on the company. And when you work in the company, I'd made the same mistake in the past. Then you're not open. You are in this treadmill, and you cannot really see what is happening in the market. You cannot really see what is happening with your client because you're always involved in day-to-day activities and in running the business. So we help them really get clear and get the right mindset, get certainty to step away from the business and to develop high-performance teams.
I'll talk about mindset. I see on your site you say, be bold, be exceptional, and international mindset with German efficiency. And a mindset today needs to be international. Yeah. It's not local anymore, right?
No, it's not. It's not. I mean, the world is so interconnected and the world is so small nowadays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I remember when I grew up, I mean, I grew up in East Germany, yeah, so in the communist part of Germany. Very small country. I mean, we didn't even have a telephone at this time. Yeah, so when I wanted to talk to someone, I had to knock on their door. Yeah. Now we are connected 24/7 with different channels, and the world is moving at a speed which no one could imagine 20 years ago.
Well, that's true, and nobody could imagine tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what you reach the world. You're not necessarily focused on Germany or Europe.
No, I have international clients. We have clients in US, we have clients in India, of course in Europe. But we work with an international clientele, and I love this because I'm an open-minded person. I love diversity. I love speaking to people all over the world, and this is why I decided I want to focus on a niche, so tech companies, but with an international focus.
Well, great, that's where the world is. Well, Sebastian, how can our listeners find you?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we have a website. I guess you put it in the show note. It's sebastianschieke.com. But you can also find me on LinkedIn. I'm very active on LinkedIn. So please reach out to me, just connect, and let's have a conversation.
And you're also a podcast host.
I also podcast host, exactly. I run the High Performance CEO podcast, where I interview exceptional CEOs, but high performance doesn't mean that you have to have a multi-million-dollar business. No, I love to talk to exceptional people who build up something, who have an interesting business, who have success habits they want to share with the audience, who are exceptional leaders. And if you're interested, check out the podcast. And if you want to be a guest, just reach out to us.
Thank you very much. And thanks for being with our audience today.
Thanks, Tom, for the opportunity.
And for our listeners, you can find more information. Again, it's Sebastian Schieke, the first name Sebastian, the last name SCHIEKE.com. Find him on LinkedIn, and again, you can follow his podcast. Café Network is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at their site, www.focusmi.com. Thanks for listening until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.